New iPhone models with large screens have a convenient option called reachability. Thanks to this function, you don't have to struggle to reach the top of the screen. This feature can be found in the phone's accessibility settings. It allows you to lower your screen down. The rumble strips on the side of the road are there to wake up sleepy drivers who doze off behind the wheel. When your tires drift off onto these strips, the noise and vibration work like an alarm clock. Most kitchen shears have metal plier-like teeth in the middle. They allow you to use the device for multiple purposes. They're placed between the handle grips for you to crack nuts, crab shells, and whatnot. You can also open jars and bottles with their help. Some people even use these teeth to remove stems from herbs. If your audio jack has 3 rings, it means your device can produce stereo sound, and your earphones have the microphone function. The black grating on a microwave oven door is called a Faraday shield. It stops microwaves from getting away. If they do, your food won't cook properly. The digits on an egg can tell you a lot about the product. In many countries, there's a special labeling system. The first number indicates the method of production. The following 2-letter code stands for the country where the egg was produced. And then you can find a registration number. It indicates the laying hen establishment. The first number in this code can vary from 0 to 3. 0 means it's an organic egg. 1, it's a free-range egg, which means it was produced by a hen that was allowed to wander around outdoors. 2 stands for an egg produced in a deep litter indoor housing. 3, you're about to buy a cage farming egg. A black band that runs along the edges of your windshield is called the frit. It's a baked-in ceramic paint that starts as solid black bands near the edge of the windshield. Then it dissolves into smaller dots. The frit makes the glass rougher, and the adhesive sticks to it better. The frit protects the urethane sealant. It's the substance that fixes the glass to the frame. It also prevents the sun's ultraviolet rays from melting the adhesive. As for the black dots, they help distribute the temperature in the car more evenly. They're aesthetically pleasing, too. Without them, the contrast between the glass and the dark band would be too obvious. If you see a pair of jeans with an extra loop, those are special jeans for cyclists. They're likely to belong to the commuter clothing line, and the loop's main purpose is to hold your bike lock. Many zipper sliders have outer rings, especially if such sliders are supposed to be used together. These rings are added so that you can connect the sliders with a lock and keep pickpockets away. Keyboards come with little legs. They were designed for you to be able to tilt your keyboard. This way you can actually see which keys you're hitting. At the same time, a flat keyboard doesn't make your wrists so tired, and people who can type without looking at the keyboard don't need those legs whatsoever. An olive spoon is usually made of stainless steel and has a small hole cut in its bowl-shaped head. The main purpose of this utensil is to lift olives, cherries, pickled garlic, and other products from liquid-filled jars, cans, or bowls. The hole in the middle allows you to drain the liquid gathering in the spoon fast and easily. What'll they think of next? Donuts are shaped like rings because, otherwise, they get overdone at the edges and remain uncooked and gooey inside. Make a hole in the center, and both the outsides and the insides will be cooked at the same time. Round-shaped donuts with no holes are usually filled with custard, cream, or jelly. Such donuts don't have any corners, which means there are fewer weak spots for the filling to spurt out from. If you grab a full juice box a bit too firmly, you can get sticky liquid all over the place. To avoid such situations, flip up the tabs on the sides of the juice box. You can use them to hold your drink. Some cars have a tiny coffee cup sign on the dashboard. It's the vehicle's anti-drowsiness mechanism. Some manufacturers equip their cars with a drowsiness detection system. It analyzes the speed, wheel angle, and lane deviations, and figures out if it's time for the driver to take a break. If it is, the vehicle makes several audio signals, and the coffee cup sign starts to flash. Produce stickers on fruit and veggies you get at the supermarket are full of information. If there's a 4-digit code on the sticker, the product was grown conventionally. In most cases, it also means that pesticides were used in the process. If the product is organic, its sticker has 5 digits, and the first one is 9. Genetically modified products also have a 5-digit code, but the first number is 8. Sugar used to be sold in sugar loaves. Those were tall, hard cones. At those times, to get sugar ready for tea, people had to use special hammers to break a loaf apart first. After that, they cut the sugar into smaller and more nicely shaped lumps. Only in the middle of the 19th century, people invented the first press that cut sugar into cubes. This way, the product was easier to store and transport. A little hole in the end of your wrench can provide your screwdriver with some extra torque. Just slide the end with the hole over the screwdriver. You can also use this method when the angle is awkward. While driving, when it's already dark, you might get blinded by the headlights of the car moving behind yours. If you have a manual rearview mirror, find a tab at the bottom and flip it. The mirror has a reflective material behind its glass. By flipping the tab, you change the angle of this material, dimming the lights in the mirror. Most ice cream scoopers come in different colors. It has nothing to do with aesthetics. The color indicates the size of the scoop. This way, you can easily figure out how many scoops you'll need to fill 32 ounces. Wow, a 32-ounce sundae! Sign me up! Some caps on small tubes are hollow on top and have a little spike inside. Its purpose is to break the foil sticker sealing the tube. The neck fits right in this hole, and the spike is designed to break the seal. This way, you don't need to tear the tiny foil seal off with your fingers. The letter R in a circle on the product's packaging means that the trademark is officially registered. Once it's done, the trademark's owner has the right to place this letter on all their products. They can also sue anyone who tries to use their trademark. A gas pump usually has a small metal latch or hook on its handle. That's a trigger lock. You can use it to lock the handle in the open position. Then the gas will keep pumping even if you walk away. Coins used to be shaped randomly or have no shape whatsoever in the past. Dishonest people used it to their advantage. They stole valuable metals the coins were made of by chipping their corners off. It was illegal, and to prevent this kind of fraud, round coins were invented. After that, it became easy to instantly notice when a coin had been fiddled with. Those two holes in a lollipop stick are there to hold the candy in place. When the stick is dipped in hot liquid syrup, it flows into the holes and solidifies. Now your sweet is there to stay. Fabric squares that come with clothes are for you to try out your cleaning products on them first. This way, you won't ruin the entire item once you decide to wash it. The holes in the bottoms of earphones allow air to circulate up and through the speakers. It helps to increase low frequencies, making the bass sound deeper. The sound quality also becomes much better. Don't I sound better? Thank you. You can adjust your stapler so that it staples documents together only temporarily. It's done by rotating the crimp area. Most staplers have two options for stapling. One is standard, but the other side bends staples away from the center. Later, when you don't need them anymore, you can easily remove them by hand. If you store peanut butter jars upside down, the oil will move to the bottom and all the solids will be on top. Hey, don't laugh, that matters to some people. You don't want to get caught with your peanut butter down.
You've been roaming this forest for several days. You want to drink, eat, and sleep. Scary animal screams don't allow you to rest at night. Everything around is damp, and you feel extremely cold. There's no hope, but you keep walking through the bushes. Suddenly, you see some movement out of the corner of your eye. Over there, behind the trees. What is it? A bear? Panther? Couple of wolves? The last thing you want to meet is one of these dangerous guys. But no, these are the rescue robots they've been talking about on TV. Several dozen machines fill the clearing. They look like dog-sized spiders. This shape helps the robots climb trees and reach mountaintops. Their bodies can withstand falls from big heights, deal with wild animals, fire, and water. These mechanical spiders have found you, thanks to their motion sensors and modern thermal imagers. That's what the robots of the future will look like. And here are some robots of today. Meet a soft robotic pillow with a tail. It can move and curl its tail when you touch it. What's our next goal? Mars colonization? Ha! Excellent! We're ready! I'll just go get my pillow. How likely is it that you'll want to eat a tomato while jogging? Let's admit it, the chances are probably very small. And still, Japanese designers have built the Tomaten robot. You're supposed to wear it on your back like a backpack. During a run, you only need to press a special lever, and the robot will bring a tomato toward your mouth. All that's left for you to do is just bite into it. In the middle of the 20th century, chemists William Larson and Anthony Finelli came up with the idea of a tubeless tire. It could be painted red, yellow, or green. The tire was semi-transparent. Engineers put 18 light bulbs inside it. The tire creators decided that people would surely like their idea. After all, they could make the color of the wheels match the color of their clothes. Unfortunately, the glowing tires never went on sale. They were beautiful, but not practical whatsoever. If you always bring your smartphone along while taking a bath, this invention is for you. That's a stylus that gets attached to your nose. You can use it to touch the screen when your fingers are wet. This gadget's creator is sure that the invention will make you more productive. And I think the stylus might keep your smartphone dry, but it'll definitely make your neck ache. How about a butter applicator in the form of a glue stick? With this invention, making sandwiches in the morning will become so much easier. The main challenge is not to confuse it with a real glue stick. Bacon lip balm is a great addition to the butter sticks. This product is already being sold online. Imagine rubbing your lips with a piece of fried bacon before going out. Not really my thing, but tastes differ. Here's an instruction on how to make the most unusual transport in human history. Step 1. Put some rails on the ground. Step 2. Put a treadmill on them. Step 3. Make horses run on this treadmill. This is a real transport that was constructed in 1850 and named Impulsorium. Surprisingly, it did work. The locomotive could move at a speed of 7 miles per hour and pull 20 wagons. But trains with steam engines turned out to be more convenient. In 1975, Gary Dahl, who worked in advertising, came up with an ingenious plan. He started selling smooth stones from one of Mexico's beaches as pets. People liked his idea. You don't have to go for a walk in the park with a stone. It doesn't bark in the morning. You don't need to feed it. The stone just lies on your shelf, looking pretty. Cool, huh? The entrepreneur sold 1 million pet rocks for $4 each. In the 21st century, a USB cable was added to the stone. You connect your pet to your computer and nothing happens. Juicero engineers came up with a curious thing. This machine was supposed to squeeze juice out of juice boxes. They planned to sell the devices for $400 each. The engineers spent $120 million, only to realize that any user could do the same thing as the device with their 2 hands. The only difference was that the machine had Wi-Fi. Bananas are delicious and convenient. Thanks to their dense skin, they don't break when you carry them with you. But for some people, this natural protection just doesn't seem to be enough. They don't like brownish marks on the yellow peel. Especially for them, one of the main inventions of the 21st century. This is a banana suitcase. The container will protect your banana from the dangers following it everywhere. How can you get your cat to work off the money you spend on its food? Let it clean the room while you're away. Japanese engineers came up with cat duster slippers. The cat walks on the floor and rids your home of dust at the same time. But I'm not sure your pet will like this idea. Hugs are very beneficial to health. They relieve stress and help your body produce endorphins, the hormone of happiness. But let's say you're far away from your relatives and friends, but you feel the need to hug someone. Good thing scientists have built a robot named HuggyBot. As tall as a human, it's soft and knows how to smile. This robot is made just for hugs. You just have to ask, and it'll gently hug you. Aww. When it comes to doing sports, bicycles are great. They help you burn calories, but you don't get as tired as after running. Maybe that's what inspired the creators of the mechanism known as the Fliz. They've made a bike that has neither pedals nor a saddle. You attach yourself to the bicycle's frame, and then you half walk, half run by pushing yourself off the ground with your feet. A monowheel was invented in 1869, which makes it 36 years older than the first pizzeria in the United States. The monowheel looks cool, but not everyone will dare to ride it. The driver can hardly see the road, and the transport itself is rather unstable while moving. These baggy jeans combine the world of fashion and the world of technology. Their front part has a built-in keyboard. It's connected to a computer via Bluetooth. But that's not all. The jeans are equipped with speakers located on the knees. The whole thing is sold with a wireless mouse stored in the back pocket. Wearing these jeans might prove to be challenging though. You sit down on a chair and your computer goes crazy. It Turns out you've simultaneously pressed all the keys on the keyboard. Attention! Here's some important information for camping lovers. No more need to go to the forest carrying a heavy backpack with a tent behind your back. Australian design company Sibling decided to make your life easier. They sewed pockets to special sneakers and tucked a tourist tent inside. And the only drawback, the frame of this shelter is your back and shoulders. Cooking and car exhaust, a bizarre combo. This invention is called the Car Exhaust Burger Grill. Attach the device to the exhaust pipe of your car and put a raw patty in it. As you drive down the highway, the hot exhaust gas is cooking your burger. But isn't smoke harmful to human health? Well, the designers thought of this too. That's why they completely isolated the pocket that's holding the patty. The greenhouse helmet was patented in 1986. Imagine a plastic aquarium with several shelves of plant pots. This so-called aquarium is put on your head, and it allows you to breathe fresh, clean air when you're walking through the center of a big city. If you need to talk to people, you can use the helmet's two-way communication system. I wonder if the helmet's instruction manual mentions that it's prohibited to plant cacti inside. This gift is perfect for people who like searching for artifacts on the beach. A metal detector was added to good old sandals. Now you can walk along the sea and discover coins in the sand without too much effort. This strange headgear is likely to solve the main problem of humanity, which is how to stop losing the TV or air conditioning remote control. Several Velcro straps are attached to the invention. They can easily hold a small portable device. The only problem? You look kind of weird. Some people might find it too much work to stick out their tongues and lick ice cream. Especially for them, engineers came up with the motorized ice cream cone holder. The creators of this device claim that thanks to its gentle spinning, each side of the sweet treat will receive your equal attention. Plus, it'll protect your hands from sticky stuff dripping down your fingers. The newest toy for dogs and other animals looks like a stick and can be made of plastic, rubber, or wood. It's still unclear why the inventors weren't satisfied with regular sticks from the forest. I'm pretty sure your dog won't know the difference.
Look at this emoji. Many people use it as an angry face to show they're mad. But originally, this emoji was called Look of Triumph. It was supposed to indicate that a person has succeeded in something. Now, so many people have been using this emoji in a different way, the new meaning is also acceptable. Many people use these folded hands to beg for something. In reality, this is a gesture of forgiveness used by Japanese people. To some Americans, it also means a high five. Some people think this emoji is blowing a kiss, but in reality, it's not. The kissing emoji looks the same, but has a little heart near its lips. As for this one, this emoji is actually whistling. This emoji has many meanings, but boredom isn't one of them. It stands for either skepticism or irritation, but in most cases, it's just a side eye. Unlike what many people think, it's not a face screaming in shock. It's a face screaming in fear. It's not a ballerina. It's a person making the OK gesture. You might have been using this emoji to show some sass, but originally it was meant to be way simpler. It was just an information desk person. You probably use it as the peace sign, but initially this emoji was supposed to mean victory. Now, forget about emojis. There are many more things in life that can be done in a more effective way than people usually do. For example, eating an apple. Most people eat this fruit side to side, but this way 30% of it gets wasted. A much better way is to start from the bottom and work all the way to the top, spitting the seeds in the process. To prevent your taco from breaking and stop the food from falling down, wrap it in a cabbage leaf. It'll hold everything in place, and you'll enjoy all the parts of your taco without wasting any food. If you want to have some iced coffee, don't put any ice made of water in your cup. This will make your drink taste watery, especially when the ice melts. Instead, freeze some coffee and make coffee ice cubes. Use them to make your drink cold. Instead of stirring a cup of coffee or tea in a circular motion, use back and forth movements. This reduces the number of splashes and the amount of the beverage that ends up on the table. Also, it looks way more elegant. You can easily prevent your juice from splashing while you're pouring it into a glass. Instead of pouring it straight from the opening, flip the juice carton around. This way, the flow will be much smoother and the juice won't be spilling all over the place. If you want to know how to peel a banana in the most effective way, watch a monkey. You'll notice that the animal peels it not from the top to the bottom, but from the bottom to the top. This way, you won't squeeze the fruit. There's no need to damage your nails trying to open a pistachio nut. Instead, just use the shell of another one. Put it in the little hole and turn it around. Pink sushi ginger isn't meant to be used as a topping. You're supposed to eat this ginger in between taking bites of your sushi rolls. It'll help you distinguish the unique taste of each of them. When eating a pizza, fold its pieces a little bit to create a U shape. This way, it'll be easier to munch on it. If you're going to drink out of a soda can, you better use a straw. The top part of the can has many bacteria on it. If you drink your soda by raising the can to your lips, they'll get into your mouth. Also, if you drink soda without a straw, your teeth are more exposed to the sweet drink. It leads to a higher risk of cavities and the appearance of dark stains on your teeth. Any soda has a hole in its pull tab. After opening the can, turn the tab around and put the straw into the hole. This way, your straw will remain in place. To cut bread more easily, turn it upside down and start from the bottom. Don't neglect washing your feet thoroughly when taking a shower. The foamy water sliding down your legs is not enough. Dermatologists say you should scrub your feet every day to prevent the spread of bacteria. Another thing most people forget about is washing the back of the neck. This body part can sweat a lot, especially if you have long hair that covers it. Opt for washing your hair before moving to your body. Hair conditioner that isn't properly washed off can cause skin problems. So first, wash your hair, apply the conditioner, soap yourself up, and then rinse off the conditioner and body wash at the same time. After taking a shower, don't leave your loofah sponge lying out there. The moisture in the bathroom makes bacteria on the loofah spread faster. Take your sponge and let it dry outside. Also, make sure to wash it in a washing machine once a week. Try to avoid brushing your teeth right after a meal. It damages the enamel, protective layer covering your teeth. In the morning, consider brushing your teeth before breakfast. If you want to do it after your meal, then first rinse your mouth with water, then wait for about 40 minutes before getting down to brushing your teeth. Brushing your hair from top to bottom can damage it. You should first gently brush the ends of your hair and slowly work your way up to the top. Bobby pins are supposed to be worn with the wavy side facing down. This way, they'll hold your hair better. Some earrings have transparent plastic pieces attached to the part that fixes the earring to your ear. You're supposed to remove these pieces before putting the accessory on for the first time. To open tough plastic packaging, just use a can opener. Don't store glasses upside down. The rim of a glass is its most fragile part. When you put it upside down, it carries the weight of the whole glass. With time, the glass is more likely to break. After cooking, many people wait for the food to cool down a bit before putting it in the fridge. But in reality, nothing bad will happen either to your food or to the fridge, even if you put a plate with something hot inside. It's even better because it's not safe to keep most dishes out of the fridge for too long. Instead of cleaning a dirty blender by scrubbing and washing it with your hands, just fill it with water, add some soap, and press start. It'll wash itself perfectly. Just don't forget to put the lid on, or you'll wash your face too. Never refill a plastic bottle. The material they're made of contains a dangerous chemical called BPA. It leaches into the water and grows harmful bacteria in the cracks of the bottle. It's better to buy a reusable water bottle. If you want to cross out a word so that it's not readable anymore, don't use straight lines. That'll leave the text visible. Instead, write some other letter or curls over the word that you want to hide. This way, it'll be next to impossible to figure out what was written there. It's better to apply deodorant at night before going to bed. At this time, your body is less likely to sweat. Don't apply it right after the shower, though. Deodorant works more effectively when applied on dry skin. You don't need to keep a pile of printed manuals that go together with your gadgets. Just go to the company's website, find your product, and download its digital manual to your computer. While packing, roll your clothes. It'll save you a lot of space. If you want to keep your hands clean when eating some extra cheesy snacks or chips, try eating them with chopsticks. The best way to freeze ice cream, if you want it soft, is to put the container in a Ziploc bag and only after that into the freezer. The bag will also prevent your ice cream from absorbing the freezer smell. Fitness trackers and fancy smartwatches are fine for monitoring your heart rate and even the miles you cover on a run. They're not so good at measuring the number of calories you've burned, though. A 2017 study from the Stanford University School of Medicine showed that fitness trackers and smartwatches have error margins of less than 5% when it comes to measuring heart rates. That's pretty good, so you can be confident in whatever reading you're getting. The problem is with the devices measuring energy expenditure accurately or calendars burned. Even the best was off by an average of 27%. The worst was off by a crazy 93%. That means they're very unreliable and shouldn't be trusted. Fitness trackers don't work well for measuring calories because we all have different heights, weights, diets, and many other things. That means we all burn calories at completely different rates. The trackers are often programmed with a preset average height and weight. So, if you're going to use one, take it with a grain of salt, unless you're trying to reduce your sodium intake. Sunscreens have only one job to do, and that's protecting us from the harmful ultraviolet rays. In 2017, though, a study found that many popular brands failed to protect at all, with only 1 in 4 working. Most sunscreens didn't protect users from ultraviolet A and B rays at all. Some manufacturers also claimed that these products had an SPF of over 50, which sounds very high quality, but the actual SPF was much lower than that. The misleading labeling means we aren't as protected as we think when we're at the beach. So when you're out shopping for sunscreen, make sure you look at the ingredients and apply more than you think you should. Ooh, sports drinks, an essential item for anyone working out. These bright-colored drinks are filled with electrolytes that will increase your performance and rehydrate you fast. The problem is, we're not all athletes, so most people would be better if they just drink water instead. Sports drinks are made up of water with some minerals and lots of sugar, coloring, and flavor. Those minerals are electrolytes, which can help our bodies go longer. Your exercise habits, the duration, and the intensity of your training all come into whether you really need that extra boost. While sports drinks can benefit athletes engaged in long or intense training, they're not really necessary for most gym goers. Sports drinks are probably pointless if you're only doing light to moderate exercise, like walking or jogging, over a short period of time. After using a toaster for most of your life, most people still haven't figured out how to get a perfect heat setting. It turns out that burnt toast is probably just down to a simple misconception. Those numbers on your toaster aren't heat levels at all. They're actually minutes. The dial is basically just a timer. That means all you need to do is look up how long it takes to toast certain things, and you'll never ruin your breakfast again. Hey, I like burnt toast. I'm used to it. Most of us rely on wireless technology to carry out normal everyday tasks. It can be very frustrating when technology stops working and interrupts your day. In fact, the only thing more frustrating might be not knowing why it isn't working. The worst culprit here is your cell phone. It'll often show really great reception, but somehow can't make a phone call. The bars on a cell phone actually don't mean anything. The way they receive the signal differs a lot between different makes and models of phone. There's even a big difference between what the bars mean from one phone to another. Meanwhile, watching a progress bar showing the percentage of time left to complete a download on our phones or PC can be tedious. Sometimes they just seem to be stuck doing nothing. Bad news, they don't really work. At least not in the way we think. The system updates the progress bar when certain milestones are reached. A progress bar at 50% doesn't mean half the file has been downloaded. Almost all the files could have been downloaded. The point of them is to give you something visual to look at. Progress bars aren't accurate because downloads and transfers have too many variables beyond the system's control. Internet speeds and network availability are the coordinators of how quickly a download will complete, while your computer's hard drive determines how fast things process and information gets put in the right files. It's probably best to make a coffee or set things up to download while you're in bed. instead of constantly checking up on an incorrect progress bar. Elsewhere, stopping at a crosswalk and pressing the button hoping the walk signal will come up might just be a waste of your time. It turns out that all that button pushing could be for nothing. Some crosswalk buttons need to be pressed, but others don't do anything at all. The crossing symbol will just light up whenever it wants to. Some crosswalks even switch between needing and not needing a button press, depending on the time of day. That said, it can be difficult for all of us pedestrians to determine whether a crosswalk button works or not. When in doubt, just push the button anyway. You don't want to stand around waiting for no reason. With more people going into the water and sharks, well, living in the water, the fear of bumping into a not-so-friendly shark is ever increasing. This shared water space has pushed many companies to try to create shark repellents. This sounds like a good idea that should help keep both people and sharks more safe. Companies have tried everything – sprays, wetsuits, magnets, wax, and even electronic devices to repel the scary fish. The bad news is none of these products are confirmed to actually work. One, in particular, makes the sound of an orca. Sharks aren't too fond of being in the same area as them, but does pretending you're an orca stop a shark from biting you? If you feel safer using them, then go right ahead. But if you're looking for a shark deterrent that's 100% effective, it's just not available. Psst, here's what actually works. Stay out of the water. Rushing into an elevator and repeatedly pushing the closed door button in the US is basically a huge waste of time unless you've got the special trick. In 1990, the US passed a Disabilities Act for elevators, which meant that elevators had to ensure that someone with a disability had time to get inside one. If you're on crutches, use a cane, or travel in a wheelchair, you don't have to worry about someone accidentally closing the elevator doors before you've had a chance to pass through them. There's one important loophole to this. If you're an emergency or maintenance worker, you'll have access to keys and codes that make that button operational. This is just another example of a placebo button you're invited to push, just to make you feel like you've done something. That impatient finger poking isn't doing anything. Getting a bit warm or cold in the office? Better adjust that thermostat. Unfortunately, in the vast majority of office buildings, the system controls are kept inside air ducts, not on the wall. Technicians install dummy thermostats to give workers the illusion that they're dramatically changing the air conditioning or heat. Some are set to change 1 or 2 degrees, but they're often not connected to anything at all. Dummy thermostats came about around the 1960s. As heating prices rose, building leases often required employers to stay within specific temperatures. Faced with this problem, fake thermostats became the new rage for businesses. They offer people some feeling of control while keeping the temperature in the right range. Now, ever come across some premium PC cleaning software that promises to clean your PC and make it go as fast as when you purchased it? Yeah! These third-party PC cleaners are often made to seem like they really work, but they usually don't do much of anything at all. They'll detect non-problems and list them as problems. The worst example of this is when they list browser cookies and temporary files as having an effect on the computer's speed, when they don't. It's better to stick to the operating system's built-in cleaner. It'll work fine if you ever need to clean your computer and save you having to splash out on one that does pretty much the same thing. Well, that's all I got. Time to burn some toast.